Greetings everyone, Brad here with Mild Mannered EDC. I hope you're all doing really well out there. Today we're going to do a Mild Mannered Quickie review of an interesting little keychain tool. It's new, it's from Civivi. That's right, the Civivi Key Bit. Yeah, I think we'll be able to get through this pretty easily with no muss, no fuss, but there are a couple little things to this that I think are interesting and are worth talking about, especially if you like little keychain tools. I do. I often carry a little Victorinox Classic on my keychain. In fact, let me see what I got in my pocket right now. Yep, there we go. Yep, I got my little Victorinox Classic right there. But I also, sometimes I carry this one, a little jet setter. Oftentimes, I have a little rake multi-tool that I carry sometimes. So anyway, I like little keychain tools. I think it's handy to have them kind of on your keychain, especially if they're not really very big and they don't weigh very much and you can get a lot of use out of them. So that's why this one kind of spoke to me. A couple of kind of overarching points on this. This is a $35 little keychain tool. Is it worth that? Well, we'll see. Let's talk about that. It's got some interesting components and it's made from pretty darn good materials and is designed by a well-known designer. So we might as well get right into that, right? So this is actually made out of titanium, fully titanium case. I mean, obviously a little standard keychain here, or a key ring, but as you can see, and I don't know if you can see the writing. Let's see if I can get that to focus on there. There you go. Maybe. Ostap Hell design. Now, Ostap Hell is a very good designer, well-known, well-liked. Things of, probably his most famous is the Metamorph, the real steel Metamorph. Obviously collaborating here with Civivi on this one. This is all titanium. It's only weighs about 0.6 ounces. It's about 1.7 inches long. It's about a little less than half an inch thick in terms of circumference. So again, really, really handy. So what does it do? Well, let's open it up. You have to unscrew for a minute here to get to it. There you go. There's your cap. And this is what you have. You have a little screwdriver, but it comes with two bits. Well, a double-sided bit. One is a T8 and the other is a T6. Are they labeled? No, but you know how you can tell it? One's smaller than the other one.
Logical.
So there you go. Now, it is... There you go. Pretty nicely machined and does have a pretty strong magnet in there. So as this bit slides in, you can see it holds on pretty darn tight. And you could replace this bit with any 1/4 inch other bit. I have some WeHa bits here. They fit just fine and they close just fine. I mean, I've already tested that out. So any 1/4 inch bit will likely work, assuming it's not of a very strange sort of length or something like that. So that's what you've got with this. Now, there's a couple things here. Oops, let's just leave the cap off. Let's just do a quick demonstration. I've got here a Civivi.
How about new?
This is not a Civivi. This is a CJRB. CJRB RIA. I've got a CJRB RIA here. Let's go ahead and do a quick disassembly so I can show you whether or not this is, how practical this thing actually is. Now, really, like I said, this is designed by a knife designer, manufactured by a knife manufacturer. I think this is really aimed at knife hobbyists, right? EDC hobbyists, somebody who's probably going to have something in their pocket that may need a T6 or a T8, right? I mean, and certainly you could replace this bit out to, whatever size or preference maybe a Phillips head or a flathead, whatever. But I think you get my point there. So, but let's see how practical it might be. Now, obviously just tightening up a pivot screw or something like that, easy peasy with something like this. But actual disassembly, which I'm not sure necessarily how this is designed to be used. Let's see how well it works, shall we? And see how long it takes us. So I'm watching the clock here. Let's see if I didn't quite get that out yet. There we go. We've got the pivot screw out. This happens to also have T8 hardware screws, which is, well, at least T8 backspacer screws. There we go. So within, a relatively short period of time here, less than 25 seconds, maybe, I've got this thing, for the most part, disassembled. Now, let me take this blade off over here. Oh, great. Now I got to put this all back together. But this is for you. I do all this for you, the viewer. Now, oh, what about this clip? I got to take this clip off. Well, it's actually a T6. The screw's on the clip. So we'll have to go in here. See if we can get these to come out. If I can get this to bite in. I think so, maybe. Ooh, look at that. I think that's spinning on there. Spinning with the backspacer. Now, one of the things you might be noticing, I got that off. I know you're just watching me do this going, what is he doing? Here's the trick with this. And here's one of the improvements. There we go. So here's my mess here. And, you know, really honestly, that took less than a minute. And that's with all my additional fumbling and talking. I could disassemble a knife if I needed to. And certainly probably put it back together just as quickly. But here's the trick that I think is important. One, look at that. You've got magnetic. It's magnetic, so you can pick up your bits, you can pick up your stuff, and it's going to stay on there, which makes that a little easier. I think that's pretty nice. The ability to just flip and flop these back and forth, pretty darn cool. The only improvement I might offer Civivi on this is this keychain is a little, or keychain, this key ring is a little bit in the way as you're trying to turn. It's like you can't kind of use it like this because somebody has to hold it. I mean, yeah, I think it would be better if they used one of these. If you just got a little smaller keychain, put that in there, and then it's out of your way and you're able to just kind of use this thing fully. Because when it's in there, it's kind of in your way of the thumb, of your thumb and finger. It just kind of, it gets in the way, honestly. I mean, I appreciate them including it. They also, by the way, include a bunch of little rubber gaskets, replaceable gaskets, because you can see it's got a little rubber gasket right here. And that, you know, keeps the water out or whatever. But it's just the key ring is not the best piece of all this. I appreciate it's branded Oh Stop Hell and all that kind of stuff makes it kind of fun, but honestly, this would have been more practical, something of that size, particularly in terms of real use. So this is the mess I've created in a relatively short period of time with this Civivi Key Bit. I think it's a cool tool. I mean, I like that it's titanium. 35 bucks, I don't know. Again, it's a little indulgent perhaps, but I think it's ultimately, like I said, this is aimed at knife people. Let's just call it what it is. I mean, this is what this is for. It's from a knife manufacturer, designed by a knife designer. You know, it spoke to me. I kind of like it. I think it's fun. It's definitely going to be on my keychain. I'm probably going to keep it hanging off of one of these little Night Eyes S-Beaners. I love these things. And I probably will replace the keychain or the key ring. I've done that like 4 times. The key ring with this littler key ring because I think it makes it a little more practical. But small, easy to carry, lightweight, titanium, so it's, you know, feels a little classy. What's not to like? There you go. The Civivi Key Bit. I hope you've enjoyed this review. You know, if this speaks to you, you know, maybe pick one up. I like I said, maybe a little on the indulgent side, but I think they're pretty. It's kind of cheap thrills for 35 bucks.
3 words for you: treat yourself.
So, anyways, stay safe out there. Be mild-mannered to one another, and all the best. Oh, now I gotta clean this mess up, don't I? All right.